And I know they really wish we would ball till we fall. I'm the big bad wolf, is a full moon, y'all.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be me showing off all the basic training perks in the game, because I mean, for the airborne, or not the airborne, for the divisions you get your own perks, but then you can also prestige the divisions and get some extra ones. And I just finally finished off the expeditionaries and I got all the perks, so now I'm going to show you guys. So let's get started with the first one, which is espionage, which actually got nerfed. Instead of doing any damage, now it's only bullet damage that will make them show up on the minimap. And this is really good for people that can't actually, end up getting kills, because it does help out your team a lot. Although it has been nerfed down to 6 seconds on the minimap instead of 10. I mean, it's still really good for people that just can't manage to get kills. So if you want, you should probably run this perk, because I actually really do like this. Moving on to the next one, we have launched. This one pretty much just gives you a rocket launcher. That's pretty much all it is. And then if you kill someone with your gun, you can actually get your rocket back. But this is the only way to get a rocket launcher in the game, and there's only 2, I believe. And I think it's like the M9 bazooka or M1, and then the Panzerfaust or something like that. Requisition is pretty much, what was it in the other ones? I can't even remember. It was pretty much like the score streaks that never reset. It was like the support streaks. There we go, from Modern Warfare 3. So this one does make all of your kill streaks, count a little bit more, or you got to get a little bit more score. But this one helps out if you can't actually go on long streaks or even get a UAV, because you can at least get your kill streak at least one time. So if you guys cannot get like a lot of kills in a match, or you just die so many times, really think about running this perk so you guys can actually get a kill streak and get some extra score, get some extra XP. And yeah, I mean, this one's actually really good for people that just aren't the best at the game. Anyways, moving on from this one, we have instincts. This one is pretty much from Infinite Warfare. It's when you get aimed at, you will be like, your screen will like light up a certain color depending on where the person is. And then you can also see enemy explosive equipment or whatever. So it's pretty much just trip mines, and I guess maybe you could see like sticky grenades if they throw them, I don't know. But this one pretty much is like, so if someone aims at you and you're not looking at them, like if they're not directly in front of your screen will light up and it will notify you that someone is aiming at you. But pretty much this doesn't really help, because if someone's already aiming at you, you're most likely going to die, unless you have like God skills and just turn on people, Anyways, the next one is Rifleman, which is pretty much overkill from previous Call of Duties, which is just take 2 primaries and swap weapons faster. So I guess it's kind of a mixture of dexterity as well, or whatever it was called before. I think it's dexterity and like Halo or something like that, where you can swap weapons faster. But anyways, this is good for people that don't want to run Scavenger, which is actually in this game, but it's not called Scavenger. I can't even remember what it's called, but I'm not going to call it what it's called, the real name of it. Anyways, this is pretty much good if you want to run like a sniper overkill kind of class. So a sniper with an SMG, shotgun with a far range weapon. Instead of running a pistol on your back, you can get another primary. Anyways, moving on from that, we have Hustle, which is pretty much sleight of hand. So, and I guess whatever it was in, all the other Call of Duties to make you sprint and reload. But you can actually cancel that. You can get rid of the the hustle sprint reloading, and it's in your options, I believe. And you just go to the way that you do gameplay, I think it is, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I saw it one time because I was messing around with my settings trying to get it better, but then it turned out it was just my TV. So anyways, this is just reload faster. So that's probably the best perk in my opinion for people that like to rush, because some of these guns do take a long time. So Hustle is probably the best perk. Lookout is pretty much just, what was it? I think it was like a recon in previous Call of Duties, where you can actually see further on the map or something like that. And this one is actually really good. I didn't think it was that good for like, the beginning of the game, but you also get to see enemy targets. So it's pretty much marksman mixed with like, I don't even know, just increasing your minimap, and you can actually see a lot more. And it does help because this minimap is so small. You can't even see people that are probably like 20 feet away. It's kind of ridiculous, because I've seen it on the minimap where there's a red dot, but it's not a dot. It's pretty much like that red, like lining on the top. And then it turns out they were right outside like the building or something like that on like hard point. Anyways, Gunslinger is pretty much gung-ho from the previous Call of Duties, which is just fire your weapon while sprinting, but now you can do it while diving as well. I don't know if you could do that before, but pretty much just good for shotgunners or people that just like to rush 100% and don't like to aim down sights, because you're going to have to rely on your hip fire a lot. And I actually don't really like running this, but a lot of people would seem to. But I just can't get into that feel, because I'm always using my aim down sights, because I like to be very accurate and not rely on my hip fire. Also, tell me in the comments below if any of you guys have the same problem as I do, where you don't even get to hit people with your hip fire, it just misses 100%. Like, it's crazy. I seem to do that a lot. Anyways, the next one is Ordnance, which pretty much just gives you cheaper score streaks and, you know, lets you re-roll care packages. This is pretty much, you know, just hardline from previous Call of Duties. Next one is Primed, which is arguably the best in the game, which gives you an additional primary attachment and less flinch when shot, so you can actually win more gunfights. And I'll make a video on how to win more gunfights without this perk later on in, you know, like the week or whatever, once I stop working, because I'm going to work today. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep going because it's actually at 5 minutes, and I'm sorry about that. So this one is Undercover. Kill an enemy hides the location, and you know your reticles don't change, so your name won't pop up above your head. So if you're using this, you can actually run around and just take down people. I think that's what it was called in previous Call of Duty, take down, like Ghost, where if you get a kill, the skull will no longer pop up. And yeah, I mean, that's really good. It's pretty much cold-blooded and takedown. Next is Serrated, which pretty much, this one, I don't ever see anyone running it. It gives you 2 throwing knives, 2 tacticals, and then your melee weapon is your primary weapon. You don't get a, you know, melee, or you don't get a primary, you now get the shovel, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, moving on, we have the Duelist, which take a Kimbo pistol as a secondary and extra pistol ammunition. Never see anyone running this either, but it's pretty much just what it says. You know, you get a Kimbo pistol, so 2 pistols, and you just get extra starting ammo with the, you know, the pistols as it is. And then Forage is pretty much scavenger, resupply bullets from killed enemies, and swap weapons faster. So I actually don't ever feel like I swap weapons faster, but I guess it says it does. But anyways, this is pretty much just scavenger. Next we have Bang, take 2. Or take another, you know, MK2 if you already have one, and then you can take an extra piece of tactical equipment. So this actually works really good with the Expeditionary if you don't have it maxed out. It's kind of like the same exact thing as the perk of the Expeditionary, but you know, if you want to use a tactical anaerobal grenade, then there you go. Flanker is pretty much a Ghost from, you know, every single COD in the previous ones, where you have to move around in order not to, you know, die. Plus it has Stalker Pro, which makes it so that, you know, the enemy mines will detonate late, so you can actually run past them and get a free kill, I guess, if someone's like camping and they don't notice that their bomb didn't go off. Next we have Scoped, which is Stalker entirely, and it also reduces your idle sway. So I mean, this one makes it so you move fast while you're aiming down and you have no idle sway, so that's really good. Actually helps out a lot with all of the semi-auto rifles, and it does help out a little bit with like the bar and things like that, but I personally like running this on the semi-autos. Anyways, next one is Energetic, which is pretty much just marathon and lightweight mixed, I guess. And I don't know what the other one was. It was like no fall damage, like Commando Pro. Anyway, so this is Energetic. Sprint again sooner and take no fall damage. So pretty much just, you know, running around more. Not infinitely, but running around more. And you do move, like, I feel like I move a slightly faster with this one, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Next is Hunker, which is pretty much just Flak Jacket. It's 100% Flak Jacket Pro from Black Ops 1, where you can pick up grenades and throw them back without dying, and you're 100% safe from doing that. And then you don't ever take any like explosive damage, or you do take explosive damage, but it's very low. And then the next one is Inconspicuous. Oh, I slaughtered that. I butchered that, I mean. Anyway, so this is just quieter movement and move faster while crouched. So this one is pretty much dead silence, but it's not dead silence at the same time, because you just are quieter. You can still hear yourself. So be aware of that. Don't think this like silence your footsteps like the Mountain Division. The Mountain Division is still better than this perk. And then the next one is take a British N69 as a tactical and an extra piece of lethal. So pretty much it's just the opposite of Bang. It's, you know, instead of taking a nade and an extra tactical, you're now taking a tactical and an extra nade. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, please hit that like button, subscribe for daily World War II videos, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another video.